Welcome back to Good Day. Well, sometimes we all need something to quietly occupy our minds. Learn meditational crafting tomorrow with Vaude, and professional craft educator Vaude is here with a preview this morning. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're gonna, relax a little bit with our crafting.
Yeah, this is a great environment for some meditational crafting. Exactly.
Okay.
Live television.
Yeah, right. We're nice and calm. We're calm.
Yeah.
So tell me how you came up with this.
Well, during COVID, during that dark time of like sit and really trapped at home, I kind of really got into all kinds of improvisational stitching and hand stitching, and I ended up doing repetitive. I realized when I did repetitive things with my hands, like knitting, crocheting, making the same movement over and over, it became very calming and really kind of took me out of what was happening in the world. So I really dove right into that, and I kind of did all kinds of different hand embroidery things. So lots of improv, some bargello, some black work, and and some doodle painting and things like that.
Wonderful, and I love how this is improv, because when you talk about knitting, crocheting, there usually is a pattern, and that's great too. But this is a way for people to just go with the flow.
Yeah, the whole point of this is to focus on the process and not about the product. You might like what you make when you're finished, and you might not, but it's about focusing on the sound and the feel of the material while you're using it, and the touch and the sound.
So you have one coming up tomorrow, right?
Yes, I do. Tomorrow night at my studio on Central Avenue.
Okay, so we're going to give you a little preview of what this is. So you brought with us, tell us what this is.
This is one of the crafts that you can do. I call it a charcuterie table. So I kind of put all kinds of things out there, different things to try, and some people can come in and try a little bit of everything. So this one is an improvisational. It's got some wool thread, and you really have no plan here. You just kind of do what I call a dolphin stitch. You're coming up and coming down, a running stitch, and what we want to do is we want to focus on, what I focus on is the sound of the thread going through the tight fabric. Okay. And this vintage wool thread that we have can really make,
I can hear it,
a little bit of a sound.
Yeah, I can hear that. And then a dolphin. So is this going to be a quiet workshop?
No, I mean, not necessarily. We don't necessarily sit and do breathing exercises or anything that you might think of
meditation
in a meditational activity. It's more of a movement meditation, and just kind of getting used to trying things and not getting so down on yourself about what the end product is going to be.
It does have a soothing sound to it here. Do you have an idea of where you're going with yours, or
no,
just going?
Not. I'm just going along, and they're basically, I'm just making little, if you want to call them little dashes up and down, and I'm just kind of make things up as I go along, and make just like a little trail along the fabric.
I do love the sound that it makes when it goes, the thread runs through the fabric.
Yeah.
It is soothing.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So I've got some samples here of some other things that that they can do, some other hand. So, the old plastic canvas. That
yeah, we all had one of those, right?
Yeah, exactly. But this is an activity that's great, that once you, this is called bargello, and once you get a pattern going, you don't really have to think about it, you just go.
Right.
And what's nice about this is that it's perfect every time. This even weave kind of pattern here that you make, if you're in you just kind of keep repeating the same thing over and over.
And then you won't mess up.
Yep, and then this was something that that I ended up doing during COVID, where it's just kind of just going up and down with this wool. And I don't know if I'll ever do anything with these things. I just do.
But you could frame it and turn it into a piece of art.
Yeah. So
like this is gorgeous. And I know this, you did follow a pattern for this.
This is a pattern, but this is called black work. And it is so soothing to do, because it is really easy to be precise and beautiful at the end. And it's just, if you're a perfectionist and you really want something to be perfect, this is a way to do it. So it is a fairly easy pattern to follow, but it
It's
ends
beautiful.
up looking very intricate and looks difficult when you have the finished product.
Right, but we can learn how to do this.
Yeah.
And then you've got you're
have-
painting some blocks here.
Yeah, I call this doodle painting. So I think that a lot of people, when they put a canvas in front of them, they kind of freeze up. What am I going to make?
Right.
What
I know I do.
Do I have to paint something? So I use little pieces of wood or other things to doodle paint on, and I have no goal. I just mess around, and the dot making that you can use little dot makers to dip in the paint. Dip and dot and dip and dot.
And that repetitive again.
And dip and dot. Yep.
This kind of reminds me of the rock paintings that we've been seeing kind of all over town.
Exactly. That kind of started that way. But I ended up liking the lumber just a little bit more because it's nice and flat, and it's just a nice surface to paint on.
These are great. So people can sign up for the class tomorrow?
Yes, on my website, vodshere.com. I'm Vod, and I'm here. So
And she's here.
That's how you remember the name. So on the website, you can register for the website or for this class. This class is $25.
Okay. And you have all the supplies there.
I have all the supplies. Yep. And you'll go home with supplies to be able to continue on with whatever craft you choose.
That's wonderful, because maybe I started this and I didn't get a chance to finish my vision here.
Yes, yeah.
And then you do this once a month, and then you have other kinds of classes that you do as well.
Yeah, I do private sewing lessons, and I teach people how to use their sewing machines if they've got those in their closet and they don't know how to use them.
They got handed down to them from grandma or whatever.
But I also have a lot of monthly workshops that crochet, knitting. Actually, my knitting classes are every Monday night.
Wonderful.
Which is with a guest instructor that comes in and teaches every Monday night.
Well, we have knitters and crocheters on the show. Our viewers love, and they want to learn too, and they like to knit and sew and crochet with other people as well.
And the knitter the knitting teacher that works in our studio, Annie, she's with Knit at Home. She's going to be on your show in a couple weeks.
Oh, wonderful! Glad to. We'll look forward to that. So, in the meantime, where's your place located?
I'm on Central Avenue in the Old Orchard Westgate area, real close to Worsel's. It's a tiny little place. I've got a workshop and a little bit of a retail space where I sell quality fabrics for sewing clothes and doing different things like that.
Yeah, I love these fabrics that we're working with today. Even these are great. Wonderful. Okay, we'll get on the website, get yourself signed up, and meditate. Did you hear that? I heard it.
I don't know if it translates.
It is nice soothing. I like this. All right. Well, thank you so much. When Good Day continues, it's sweet, tart, fizzy, and full of great things. We get our kombucha on with Bucci Mama next on Toledo's longest running 9 a.m. show. Good day. Stay with us.